Surely all of us love the delightful aroma of freshly baked bread, right? Let's take a fun journey together from tiny grains of wheat to crispy, soft and delicious bread ready on your breakfast table. It all begins in lush green fields where wheat seeds are planted. Wheat is nurtured by sunlight and rain, gradually growing into golden stalks. When harvest season arrives, farmers joyfully gather the ripe, sun-kissed wheat and send it off to the milling factories. At the mill, the wheat is poured into gigantic grinders where it's finely ground into white flour as soft as powder. But don't think flour is just a lone hero. It has a whole team of friends like yeast, sugar, salt and water, all ready to transform into the perfect loaf of bread. Once all the ingredients are ready, they are thrown onto the stage. Flour, water, yeast and the rest of the gang dance together in kneading machines. They spin around, blending beautifully as if performing a stunning salsa. The result is a smooth, elastic dough, ready for the next magic trick. After a tiring dance, the dough is placed in a warm spot where it can sleep and grow. During this time, the yeast works diligently, creating tiny bubbles that make the dough rise like a soft pillow. This stage is where the dough transforms into a well-risen dough, preparing for the final step. After the dough has fully risen, skilled bakers carefully shape each loaf. Long loaves, round loaves, square loaves. Each is shaped with love and care. Then the dough is placed in a hot oven. Before long, the loaves start turning golden brown, releasing an irresistible aroma. When the loaves are pulled out of the oven, it's their official birthday. Crispy, steaming bread, ready to be sliced and enjoyed. The bakeries and factories carefully package each loaf, sending them to stores and finally to your hands, so you can enjoy a delicious breakfast. So we've completed a journey from tiny wheat grains to delicious bread. I hope you had a fun time exploring the bread-making process with me. Bread, a staple food in daily life, has a history much richer and longer than many might think. Here are some fascinating details about bread that you might not know. The ancient history of bread has an extensive history, with origins that can be traced back more than 30,000 years. Archaeologists have discovered evidence of bread in caves across Europe. During the Paleolithic era, people already knew how to grind grains, mix them with water, and bake them on hot stones to create the earliest forms of bread. This marked the beginning of a millennia-long journey of bread's evolution. Bread in ancient civilizations. Bread has been a part of many great civilizations. In ancient Egypt, bread was an indispensable part of daily meals. The Egyptians were also the first to use yeast for leavening bread, creating a lighter and fluffier texture. Leavened bread then spread to other civilizations like Greece and Rome, where it became a symbol of wealth and culture. The diversity of bread around the world. Globally, bread appears in countless forms and styles. In France, the baguette is a cultural icon with its crisp crust and soft interior. Italy has focaccia, a soft bread often topped with herbs or cheese. In the Middle East, pita bread, round and hollow, is used to wrap various foods. In India, naan is a flatbread baked in a clay tandoor oven and is commonly enjoyed with curries, bread and health. Not all breads offer the same nutritional value. White bread, commonly found in many places, often contains fewer nutrients and fibre due to the refining process that removes most of the grain's nutrients. However, whole grain breads, such as whole wheat or rye, are excellent sources of fibre, which helps improve digestion and reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. These types of bread can also help better control blood sugar levels. Bread records. Bread has been used to set numerous world records. For example, in 2011, in Lebanon, the longest sandwich in the world was made, measuring 735 meters in length. To create this giant bread, over 300 bakers worked together, using hundreds of kilograms of chicken, vegetables, and sauces. World Bread Day. To honor bread and its role in life, October 16th each year has been designated as World Bread Day. This is an occasion for bakers, bread manufacturers, and bread enthusiasts around the globe to organize special activities, from making unique bread to educational events about the history and nutritional value of bread. Bread in art and religion. Bread is not only a food, but also carries symbolic meanings in art and religion. In many religions, bread is a symbol of life. In the Bible, bread appears in various stories and rituals, such as the Last Supper of Jesus with his disciples. Bread is also frequently depicted in paintings and literary works from ancient times to the modern era, as a symbol of abundance, labor, and daily life. The evolution of bread making. The process of making bread has undergone significant changes over time. From flat, hard breads of ancient times, techniques evolved to use yeast and ovens to create softer, airier breads. In the 19th century, the invention of industrial ovens and modern leavening methods paved the way for mass bread production. Today, despite advanced technology, many people still prefer artisan bread for its superior taste and quality. Bread in modern life. Today, bread remains a crucial part of many people's meals worldwide. However, bread has also become a cultural symbol and even a form of art. Talented bakers around the world have created unique bread varieties, from artistic loaves with special shapes to breads incorporating modern and unusual ingredients. These intriguing facts show that bread is not just a simple food item, but an important part of culture, history, and human life across the globe. Each slice of bread carries a story of thousands of years of history and the creativity of countless generations. France production and consumption. France is renowned for its variety of breads, such as baguette, croissant, and pain de campagne. Bread is an indispensable part of daily meals for the French. Characteristics: baguette with its crispy crust and soft interior, pain de campagne with a light flavor and high quality. Italy production and consumption. Italy has a long tradition with breads such as focaccia and ciabatta. Bread is often enjoyed with dishes like pasta and pizza. Characteristics: focaccia is a soft bread, often topped with herbs or cheese. Ciabatta has a crispy crust and an open, airy crumb. United States production and consumption. The US consumes a large amount of bread each year, including a range of types from sandwich bread to artisanal varieties like sourdough. Characteristics: sandwich bread with various fillings, sourdough with a distinctive sour taste. Germany production and consumption. Germany is known for its dark breads such as pumpernickel and whole grain breads. Bread is a staple in German meals. Characteristics: dark bread with a chewy texture and distinctive flavor from whole grain flour. Spain production and consumption. Spain consumes many types of bread like pan con tomate and other traditional varieties. Bread is commonly used with tapas. Characteristics: pan con tomate is bread topped with garlic, tomato, and olive oil. The bread is toasted and delicious. United Kingdom production and consumption. In the UK, bread is a staple food with various types including wholemeal bread, white bread, and artisanal bread. Characteristics: wholemeal bread with rich flavour and high nutritional value. White bread is soft and easy to digest. Brazil production and consumption. Bread is an important part of the Brazilian diet, with varieties such as pão francês and pão de queijo. Characteristics: pão francês is a traditional baguette-style bread. Pão de queijo is a cheese bread with a unique flavour. Japan production and consumption. Although bread is not a traditional food, Japanese breads like shokupan are becoming increasingly popular. Characteristics: shokupan is a soft, light bread often enjoyed with jams or used in sandwiches. South Korea production and consumption. In South Korea, bread is featured in many meals and is combined with local ingredients. Characteristics: Korean bread is often sweet and soft, with fillings like red bean or cheese. Turkey production and consumption. Pita bread and other traditional breads are key elements of Turkish cuisine. Characteristics. Pita bread is round and hollow, typically used to wrap various foods. Greece production and consumption. Pita bread and other traditional breads are very popular in Greece. Characteristics. Pita bread can be stuffed with meats and vegetables. Greek bread is often sprinkled with sesame seeds and herbs. Portugal production and consumption. Breads such as pão de milho and pão alentejano are significant in Portuguese cuisine. Characteristics. Pão de milho is corn bread with a chewy texture and distinct flavor. Pão alentejano is a traditional bread from the Alentejo region. India production and consumption. Naan and roti are essential traditional breads in Indian cuisine. Characteristics. Naan is baked in a tandoor oven, soft and often filled with various ingredients. Roti is a flatbread usually served with curry. Australia production and consumption. Bread is a common food in Australia with varieties like sourdough and damper. Characteristics. Sourdough has a tangy flavour and chewy texture. Damper is a traditional Australian bread, often baked over a fire. Russia production and consumption. Dark breads and other traditional breads are important in Russian meals. Characteristics. Russian dark bread has a chewy texture and distinctive flavour from whole grain flour and natural leavening. Canada production and consumption. Bread is widely consumed and diverse in Canada, with various types available. Characteristics. Canadian bread includes options like multigrain bread and gluten-free varieties. Austria production and consumption. Austria features many traditional and artisanal breads with high consumption. Characteristics. Austrian bread often has a crispy crust and soft interior, including types like semmel, bread rolls, and Bauernbrot, farmer's bread. Poland production and consumption. Bread is a staple in Polish diets, with many traditional types. Characteristics. Polish bread such as chleb węgierski has a distinctive texture and rich flavour. Czech Republic production and consumption. Bread varieties like knedlíky and other traditional breads are very popular in the Czech Republic. Characteristics. Knedlíky is a flatbread often served with meat and sauce. Hungary production and consumption. Bread is an important part of Hungarian meals, with various distinctive types. Characteristics. Hungarian bread includes types like langos, fried bread, and kurtoszkalaks, sweet chimney cake.